Decision 2016 coverage continues right now on News 9 at 10 on Fox 9.
We're back live with News 9's Ryan Eldridge in Berea, Ohio with the Kasich campaign.
The confetti has fallen here at the Lou Higgins Center at Baldwin Wallace University, and that is good news for Ohio Governor John Kasich as he takes home perhaps the biggest prize, the Buckeye State. For Governor John Kasich, it really propels his campaign forward. Obviously, he still has significant ground to make up to catch either Ted Cruz or Donald Trump. Marco Rubio dropping out tonight. But Kasich's hope really is to just get this back to Cleveland and get it back to a convention. He said tonight that he was going back to Philadelphia. And for his supporters and the crowd here, they were enthusiastic to hear the news that his campaign would continue. Took his best shot at John Kasich here this week, obviously making a stop in Youngstown last night. We were there, as did John Kasich at Brylex Industries in Youngstown. So both of these individuals will have some work to do moving forward. John Kasich said that things are certainly going to change if he wins Ohio, and he did win Ohio. So it'll be interesting to see how he deals with Trump. Meanwhile, people here at Baldwin Wallace University were reacting to the news.
Great victory for Governor Kasich. I think the race really resets now. We're down to 3. And voters in states going forward, I think, are going to see the spotlight more on Kasich than it's been on in the past. I think the national media will have to pay attention to him now. And I think when that happens, voters will give him a fair shot.
Obviously, as I mentioned, the governor will now head to Philadelphia, so Pennsylvania is in his sights. He also talked about going to states like Colorado and heading out west to try to pick up some more delegates. Obviously, as I mentioned, he's trying to get this back to a convention in Cleveland. We will have much more from Baldwin Wallace University coming up during News 9 tonight at 11. For now, I'm live with Decision 2016 coverage. Ryan Eldridge for News 9.
It's been an active evening in the race for the White House. On the Republican side, the end of the line for Marco Rubio, perhaps just the beginning for Ohio Governor John Kasich, and Donald Trump continued to perform like a front runner. For the Democrats, Hillary Clinton increased her lead over Bernie Sanders. Evidence of that in Ohio, Clinton beating Sanders by a large margin. Of course, we already know about the Kasich victory over Donald Trump. Now let's look beyond tonight and into the impact this Mega Tuesday will have on the rest of this primary season. Rich is with our political analyst, Ohio University Eastern's Mike McTagg, to break it all down.
Erica, thank you. Mike, let's go ahead and start with Marco Rubio. He's officially out of the race, and Mikey went down in spectacular fashion. He only won one county in his home state. That's Miami-Dade County. Have you ever seen a beating like this by someone in their own state?
Not of a presidential candidate, and certainly not someone who was holding elective offices at the time. The reason for the significance, there were 2 states that were winner take all. One was Ohio, one was Florida. Rubio should have had a commanding presence there. Kasich did in Ohio, so Rubio at this point has to step down.
Now, Kasich, obviously a huge win today, but how does this increase that likelihood for a brokered convention, taking it back to Cleveland?
There are 1,400 delegates yet to be selected. You need 1,237, so there's still a large number. Right now, Trump has been running somewhere between 43 and 45% over all of the winnings he's been had. Now, he correctly analyzes that there are 4 people in the race. They break it up. Still, he has to get over the 55% on a regular basis to get to his magic number.
So the likelihood then of that broker convention that much more, because you said we were talking before that Kasich and Cruz are just going to have to win a couple more percent.
They are indeed, and he has to get for himself a continuing number at a high level. He can go in still the leader without exception, and Cruz can be second. Kasich could come in as a third, but it doesn't say to them that they have the finished product. There's also a rule that says the Republican Party can allow states to become winner take all if they wish to change the rules later on in the primary season, which ends at the first week in June.
So that could happen, and that could end up playing a big role. On the Democratic side, is Bernie Sanders done? A big win today just overall by Hillary Clinton, already the front runner.
He could very well stay in. In fact, I would be surprised if he would ever drop out. He wants to go to the convention put ideas on the platform, have them incorporated in. At this point, he's speaking to an audience, a lot of young collegians. He likes the idea of the populist position. It also gives Hillary an opportunity to speak against someone, not the Republicans yet, since it's not a contest between two people, and she can practice on Bernie Sanders.
So Hillary Clinton, then, she would probably be in favor of keeping Bernie in this
him
as long
all
as
the way
possible.
through. And he's raising money, perhaps at certain times faster than she can. So yes, he'll stay, and he wants to make that voice heard all the way through.
Okay, like you said, he's selling a message as much as
Indeed,
anything.
and it hasn't changed from the very beginning. Hers, at some point, will have to become clear. She'll have to tell people what her platform is, and she has yet to do that specifically.
All right, Mike, thank you. We'll talk with you more at 11 o'clock. Erica, back.